Welcome to the Allen Americans podcast. Tommy Daniels, pleased to be joined by Jared Bethune, who is back with the Americans after 9 games at the end of the 2018 season. Jared, what do you remember about those 9 games in Allen?
Hey, Tommy, good to see you. It was a great time for me. Just coming out of juniors, didn't really know what to expect. So I knew Zach Pachiro down there, and he had a lot of great things to say about the organization. So coming down there, a couple ex-Cougars were there to help me just kind of learn the way, and a lot of guys just took me under the wing, and a couple of young guys with Braylon Schmier and then Fogie down there. So that was a lot of fun with those guys, and it was just a great place to be, which is why I'm excited to be coming back there.
And all three of you guys, immediate impact. I don't remember if you were on the ice for that Fogut goal, the one in overtime, the one he tipped. Remember that?
Yeah, no, I was on the bench, but I had a perfect seat for that. So that was pretty unbelievable.
What is it about you Western League guys? And it seems like you guys all step right in and fit in. And you mentioned to me when we chatted the other day that, the Western League guys, the special style, the way they play. Steve Martinson he's always liked the way the Western Leaguers play, and he's continued to bring him in. What is it about the Western Leaguers that fits so well in the Allen system?
I think it's a bit tougher league in some ways. Like, it's a very physical league. So I think just defensively, we really focus on that for structure. So I think playing out there, seeing a lot of familiar names, it's pretty exciting to see that, and you know what you're going into, so it'll make it a lot easier transition from school.
A lot of guys these days are going to college, and you played in college hockey the last couple of years, and you played also in the USHL. What's the biggest difference, would you say, from college hockey to you played major juniors, but also in the USHL as well? What's the biggest difference, you think?
I think the schedule, like it's a lot of travel, like especially in Prince George. We're on the road over half the season, so I think in college you get to build some size and stuff, which was nice for me to go away and kind of work on that. But for juniors, you get those top players that are able to just make that easy transition, those top guys, just because it's such a pro style. So I think it's just the way it's approached, and it's a little bit different. And definitely for me, going back to school actually was nice to have that option and be able to go back to pro now, just to put on some size and to mature a little bit, which I thought I needed to take a little bit step back and work on some stuff. So I was really able to do that at Queens, and it was a great experience there for me too.
You mentioned Braylon Schmier earlier, and of course he was your roommate, right?
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
back.
Yeah, no, me and Schmiers, we got along great from the start, and he's one of the happiest go lucky guys. So it was pretty nice to have him there, and he was a lot of fun with Liberato too to live with. So it was pretty fun times.
What do you think the biggest difference is going to be for you coming in now? And I know we talked the other day, you mentioned about, you're bigger, you're stronger now than you were when you showed up in Allen there in 2018. So I thought you were pretty good. But one thing I noticed about you is how good you were along the walls, and you weren't afraid to go in there and get your nose dirty with in those places that it's not fun to be. What do you think you're better at now than you were when you were here before?
Yeah, I mean, I really pride myself on being a power forward. So I've really taken pride in going in the corners and trying to get the puck to the more skilled guys. So I came in at probably around 180, 185 when I went down to Allen, and now I'm running around 205 pounds. So I think that's just going to help in the pro level, playing some bigger D-men and big guys from the ECHL. And it's just going to help my game, I think, be able to elevate that more. And I'm really excited for coming in here.
Jared Bethune back with the Allen Americans after a couple of years at Queens University. Obviously, we've been going through some crazy times, Jared, with the pandemic and COVID. First of all, how's your family doing, and what's life been like for you during these very bizarre times?
Yeah, I mean, COVID, I think for everybody has been pretty different times. I don't think anyone prepared for this. So it was a nice time to just be able to work on myself and get back with my family and friends. I haven't been back in Fort Francis for almost 5-6 years for a full summer. So it was nice to just be able to come back and reconnect with a lot of old friends and family. And for me, it's just work, like a lot of guys, even at Queens and stuff, just working on yourself and get that time away. And it was a pretty cool time. Like, it was hard at first, but once you turn that page, and a lot of people, it's just unbelievable getting to fish and hunt and do all that stuff now up north.
Well, of course, not too far from Edmonton, there's been some exciting times going on in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Of course, the finals are now set. How much have you enjoyed watching these hockey playoffs? And man, I'll tell you what, I got to give props to the NHL. Great job. No cases of COVID and obviously a month or more, and that's which is great news. And it's even without the fans, Jared. It's been very, very fun hockey to watch.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I didn't think it was really going to come to fruition right when they're talking about it. But hats off to the NHL and Gary Bettman for making that come and work out. So it's been unbelievable to watch, and I think for people, with all this pandemic going on, it's been nice to be able to watch sports and have that bit of normal life that you can look forward to and get together with small groups of friends and stuff and be able to look forward to that. And the hockey's been same pace as I thought might take a little bit of a dwindle, but it's been unbelievable to watch. So really excited for this last round and see who comes out with the cup.
I know people in Dallas are sure hoping the Stars. Are you surprised at what they've been able to do?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a big fan of Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin, and then they've got some older veterans on there with is it Perry and Pavelski. So I like seeing those older guys come in there, and they were going through some rough times, but it's cool to see them bounce back. And definitely probably a different time for them in the bubble, but it's pretty cool to watch them make it all the way to the finals.
Have you been able to put the skates on much here during this pandemic?
No, I haven't. Up north in Fort Frances, we don't have ice, so I've been able to put them on just synthetic ice and shooting every day. So that's kind of my normal, and it's a little 12 by 12 pad that I'm able to shoot on. So that's made it a little bit exciting, and I'm just itching to get right on the real ice.
What are you most looking forward to about getting back to Texas besides the golf weather?
Well, golf's hard to top, but I love just being up there. It's pretty cool for a Canadian kid to be able to walk outside after practice and be in sandals and shorts and enjoy that sun, which has been nice this summer. So I think it'll be cool just having that kind of winter and experience that. It'll be kind of cool to see.
Last thing for you, Steve Martinson is one of those guys that where you stand with him, Jared. And I'm sure even the 9 games you played, especially being a younger player, you look up to a guy like Martinson going, wow, he's 10 championships over his coaching career, which is pretty amazing. 4 of them here in Allen. What did you learn from Marty your first time around?
Well, I liked Marty. He's from Minnesota, so I kind of could connect with him a little bit in that aspect. But I think with Marty, he's just he played that hard-nosed game. So I think for me, like, we kind of clicked on that. And yeah, he's very straightforward, so you know where you're sitting with him. So for me, I just kind of try to stay quiet when I was down there for my 9 games and just kind of learn from both the veterans and from him just how to make that transition and what to do. And, if he asks you to do something, I think that's for me is just doing whatever the coach asks and, helping the team win. So I think we both respect each other a lot, and I'm really excited to be playing for Marty this year.
Oh man, we're so excited to have you back. You and Schmierzy both. It was exciting. I hated to see him leave when he got traded at the beginning of last year, and obviously he's excited to come back to Allen. And Marty had nothing but great things to say about you. And Texas is waiting on you. I'm sure We've got a cowboy hat and some boots and a few things we can get you. But although living out west, I bet you already have a pair of cowboy boots.
No, I haven't gotten to that. I was a bit BC is not the same as Alberta, so I'm gonna have to find a nice pair of cowboy boots, and I heard they're unbelievable, so I'm excited to try those out. And Texas, is it the brisket or is that the cuisine there too?
Brisket's good. Yeah, good. The women are pretty. It's a great state to live in. Obviously the weather is unbelievable. For hockey players, love to come to Allen because, as you know, it's a brand new area. A lot of building going on, and Top Golf right around the corner from the arena. So we just got to get you back in Texas, and everything will be great.
Yeah, I'm itching to get there. I couldn't believe how nice of the town Allen was. It was just a brand new looking suburb area, so it was beautiful there, and I fell in love with it. So I'm excited to come back.
Well, there was a lot of great comments up on the social media channels when that was announced this past Tuesday. So excited to have him back. What a classy young man he is. Jared Bethune back with the Allen Americans. Jared, we'll see you very soon.
Thanks, Tommy. Appreciate it.